welcome back. Holly in Marshall, Missouri. Hey, Holly, what's on your mind today?
Oh, I just wanted to tell you, I'm 79, so I lived through both times when it was illegal and times when it wasn't. And in the mid-60s, I got pregnant, and I was very young. I'm 79 now. And I was just getting financially independent, and I had not much of a family, and I got pregnant. My boyfriend networked with other young men, and they set me up to get an abortion in New Jersey. And what he had to do was drive me at 8 o'clock at night, leave me at a dark, abandoned garage with fuel pumps and stuff. 15 minutes later, a man picked me up in a car, and like a Tony Soprano kind of man, and drove me around and around and around, and then took me to this suburban house. And inside was a full medical setup with doctors, nurses, everybody in. It was a real room, and he said they were all moonlighting professionals.
Wow.
And there were about 10 women in there. And I started this conversation with the Tony Soprano guy, and he said that a lot of them were airline stewardesses. They were younger, not a little older than I was. Mm-hmm. And so they they knocked me out, gave me a D&C, and drove me back after I woke up around and around and around in the dark, and left me at that gas station again when my boyfriend was timed to pick me up. So that was the illegal one, and that cost $600 cash. Uh-huh. Then, in the late 70s, and I was at the march in 1970 when we marched, after Roe it was 78, I think, I got pregnant again. The birth control was not very good. I went to a Planned Parenthood place. It was all run by women and nurses, and they used an aspiration technique, which was over in about 10 minutes, and I went back to work, and it was pay what you wish, what you can afford. Wow. So I gave them $150 or something like that. And so, of course, this is before Reagan, how things were. And I thought it was important to let people know that the mafia can go back and do that again, and they might.
Oh, they will.
Yeah. And the last thing is that there was no state with legal abortion before Roe.
Oh, really?
My girlfriends would go to Cuba, or they would go to Park Avenue.
So when I heard stories of people going to other states to get an abortion, they were just going to an illegal abortion clinic in another state, like you had to go to New Jersey.
Right, probably that, or right there on Park Avenue in New York City, for $1,000, you could go to a real doctor, and after hours, and get an abortion.